Hello, my friends. Glad to be back. Today is 25th of January. Now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Moscow time. I was waiting almost the entire day to see statements from high-ranking Russian officials about decision of Germany to send battle tanks to Ukraine. That's why I'm making this video this late, but up to now I did not hear about any statements from any high-ranking Russian official. They are acting like it's nothing, or maybe they want to make impression that they don't really care. I don't know, but in my opinion, they had enough time to prepare a statement, because this is a major escalation from Western elites, and they should give them answer. But anyhow, let's start from the beginning. Let me read a statement from government of Germany first, and then let's talk about a little bit about current developments. So, Cabinet of Ministers of Germany, this is statement of German government. So, Cabinet of Ministers of Germany confirmed that it would send Ukraine 14 Leopard 2A6 battle tanks from its own stocks and issue permission for re-export to other countries. That was announced on Wednesday by government spokesman Stefan Haberstreit. The federal government has decided to provide Ukrainian armed forces with Leopard 2A6 battle tanks. This is the result of intensive meetings that Germany has held with European and international partners. Germany will issue permits to partner countries that want to send Leopard 2A6 tanks to Ukraine from their own stocks. The goal has been set to quickly form 2 Leopard 2A6 tank battalions for Ukraine. To do this, Germany will provide a company at the first stage, which will include 14 Leopard 2A6 tanks from the Bundeswehr stocks, and the rest of MBTs will be provided by European partners. In this first package also will be included solving the issues of logistics, provision of ammunition, and maintenance of the systems. That's an official statement from German government. So we can say now that it's official. Germany is repeating mistakes. German elites are repeating mistakes of the predecessors and sending battle tanks against Russia again. In my understanding, and as I said just a couple of minutes ago, this is a major escalation from Western elites, because not just Germany will send its battle tanks, but also US will announce today. At least that's what kind of information we are getting from major US media outlets, and not just US media outlets, but and later on probably Biden himself will make statements about it. But anyhow, because this is a major escalation, I was expecting that high-ranking Russian officials will make statements about it. But until now, and now is, as I said, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, no statements was made. Let me now open some media outlets, and yes, that's news that I was just talking about Germany's decision. Here we have information from that's Kommersant newspaper. Here we have information that ABC did report that U.S. Is considering to send to Ukraine from 30 to 50 M1 Abrams tanks. But interesting point is that delivery of those tanks may take more than a year. I was surprised when I read this, because if ABC is not mistaken, then question rises, to whom Biden administration gonna send the Abrams tanks? Because I will definitely won't be surprised if Zelensky's regime will collapse in next 2 or 3 months, 6 months, and I do definitely don't expect this regime to last until end of this year. So if Washington is planning to send the MBTs to Ukraine in next, let's say, 12 to 16 months period, I mean, what guarantees they have that they will be pro-American or pro-Western government in Ukraine? And do they have guarantees that there will be any Ukraine left for that moment? I'm talking about state Ukraine. Because as I understand, this conflict will end Ukraine's statehood, and there will be no more Ukraine as we knew it, But anyhow, that's information that Russian media is publishing and talking about. And yes, one more moment here. This is RIA Novosti news agency. We do have a statement about this development, not from high-ranking Russian official, but still this is official and representative of Russian government. And let me translate this sentence. Delivery of Western-made uranium shells to Kiev will be regarded by Moscow as the use of dirty nuclear bombs. Konstantin Gavrilov, head of the Russian delegation at the talks in Vienna on military security and arms control, said. So, I mean, even though this person is not high-ranking Russian official, he does represents Putin's government, right? And he's saying that if Kiev will receive shells with depleted uranium, that will be regarded by Moscow as a use of dirty nuclear bomb. Which means that Moscow will probably react accordingly on that threat, right? It's logical, right? And maybe this is some kind of warning to the US and other countries that are supporting Zelensky's Nazi regime to don't send ammunition with depleted uranium to the Ukraine, or else. I mean, I don't know, because these tanks may use different types of ammunition, and only one type is with depleted uranium. Other types are capable also to do some damage, and when I see this information, I was thinking, what they are trying to say with this statement. But I mean, yet again, man, I was expecting some kind of statement from high-ranking Russian officials, and it's hard for me now to guess, what kind of warning this is from this Konstantin Gavrilov. I don't know. Maybe later on we will see statements from Putin or from Medvedev, let's say, but for now, nothing. They did make some kind of statements about different stuff, but nothing about this major escalation from the Western elites. And yes, let me give you one more information, and this will be it for today's video. This one gonna be a short one, but it is what it is. Here we have RIA Novosti, news agency's article, which said that forces that are loyal to Zelensky's Nazi regime did accumulate in Zaporozhye region up to 40,000 soldiers, and they are preparing large-scale offensive operations. And when I read this, I was kind of surprised a little bit, because I knew that they had a quite large armed grouping in this area somewhere around a month ago, even more. But then we did have receive information that many of units were sent on the north side, close to Belarusian border, and many units were sent in Solidar Bakhmut direction. And that's why Russian side was able to so easily conduct successful offensive operations in previous days, because forces in this area, Ukrainian forces in this area, were become quite weak. But it seems that somehow Zelensky's regime did manage to send some reserves in this direction, and they are now preparing some kind of offensive operations. So in next few days, maybe few weeks, we will probably see some major developments in this area. So it's gonna be, I will watch news about this region, and of course I will share with you if anything significant will take place. What else, man? Yes, one more news is that Russian forces did manage to move forward in Bakhmut, in the city of Bakhmut itself, and it seems like for Wagner units are taking now some blocks of apartment buildings inside the city. Yes, it's story of success, information about some successful movement, but still, because Ukrainians have around 20 brigades inside and around Bakhmut, it will probably take many weeks before this city will be under full Russian control. At least few weeks, So yes, it is what it is, man. For this moment, this is probably all information that I will share with you. Maybe this one too. We have statement from Peskov, who has reacted on statement of head of presidential office of Zelensky, and Mikhail Podolyaka, who has said yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, that they are planning to do some strikes on Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Ekaterinburg, big Russian cities. And Peskov did react on this and said that Russian side did already know that Zelensky's regime is conducting terroristic acts and planning terroristic attacks. So nothing new really have been said by this Podolyak, and these threats that are coming from modern Ukraine. One more reason why Russia has started its special military operation, and he also remember history of killing of Russian journalist and political commentator Daria Dugina, who, as you know, she was killed by assassins from Ukrainian secret services. So Peskov does have points here. Yeah, Zelensky's Nazi regime does act as a Nazi regime does. They are killing innocent people. They are terrorists and criminals, and they should be held accountable for it. That's for sure. So yes, this is it for now. This is it for now. I hope you find this video interesting, and if so, please push that like button, leave some commentary, and share information about my channel with your friends on platforms that you are active. That will greatly help me to reach wider audience, and I'll be very much grateful. So yes, this is it for now. Have a nice day and take care. See you soon.